So what's up guys, it's here by Nino Work watching. Welcome back to another big baller video on Call of Duty. And today's a special type of video. I just want to sit down and do a commentary addressing the rumors that have been present for around a year or two now, pretty much surrounding around Warzone, the future of Call of Duty, and the future of me and my channel. There's a lot to discuss here today. And the rumors slash leaks that I really want to directly tackle here today, for anybody uninformed, is the ones about Verdansk. As you guys may or may not know, Warzone and Verdansk itself launched on March 10th, 2020. And if you guys look at the date on the bottom right of your computer, on your phone, on your watch or whatever, we're around the corner of the 5-year anniversary of Warzone slash Verdansk. So there's reason to believe that when Season 3 ends on March 19th, Verdansk is going to release shortly after on potentially March 20th, just 10 days after the anniversary. And over the last couple of days, there have been some new rumors slash leaks that popped up, a lot of information on the new guns coming, potential operator skins, and some information about Verdansk itself, and I want to discuss it hardcore today in today's video, and also discuss the potential future of my channel, and kind of give you a quick history of my channel when it comes to Warzone, at least on the main channel here. So you guys are excited to hear more about Verdansk, and see some throwback Verdansk gameplay here today? Then make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe and stay tuned. I don't usually do these type of commentary videos, but maybe I'll mix it in every so often if you guys really want me to. I usually specialize in dropping high kill gameplays here on multiplayer and give you guys information and tips and tricks on how to do well in the game and as well as entertain you guys. So if you enjoy the vibes here, stick around. I'd love to have you here. So to start things off, this whole splurge of information on Verdansk first started from Ghost of Hope, the Twitter account that's very reputable in terms of like leaking stuff and usually being correct over the last couple of years, pretty much ever since Warzone has released. And then this was later reposted by Charlie Intel. When Charlie Intel kind of reposts something, you can kind of say there's a little bit more credibility in the leaks or rumors being discussed. So the details entail when it comes to Verdansk, it's going to launch with Season 3 of BO6. Not really confirmed whether it's the launch of Season 3 or Season 3 Reloaded. I think it would be the launch, though, just to add more hype. And he says that it's pretty much the OG March 2020 version. The train station interior will be closed. The interior of the stadium will be open, but the roof will be closed. So pretty much like OG Verdansk, except the stadium was completely inaccessible in this sense. The stadium will be kind of accessible, just not all the way to the top, unless there's probably some zip lines or use a helicopter to get there. The train returns, not like the underground subways or whatever, but he's talking about the train that kind of like loops around the map a little bit. And speaking about the subway system, he says there's no fast travel subway system, which wasn't added until like Season 6 of the Modern Warfare 19 year, if I'm not mistaken. So that kind of makes sense. So them coming through and just giving us the OG map with very little variations, maybe there won't be like redeploy balloons or whatever the case is. There probably will be a little bit of adjustments, maybe a little bit more zip lines just to some of the more annoying parts of the maps. But pretty much bringing the OG map is a good sign because that means they could essentially add to it over the seasons very easily. They could just legit just copy and paste whatever they did during the Modern Warfare 19 year, the Cold War year, and add on to it in that sense. So I think updates for Verdansk are going to be very frequent, and they kind of know what to work with and what adjustments were bad and what adjustments were good. Pretty much just copied whatever Fortnite did, because Fortnite is kind of doing a similar thing if you're out of the loop. They brought back the OG map of Fortnite, and with every season, they're adding a little bit more. Like the first season of Fortnite, this chapter or whatever, they added the OG map, like where there was no tilted towers. And then with the second chapter or season or whatever the heck it's called, they added tilted towers afterwards. And I saw people really hyped about that within the Fortnite community. So they might do something similar. They're going to keep the stadium closed up top, but eventually they'll probably release it open. Like that was like Season 4 or Season 5 of the Modern Warfare 19 Warzone year. So they're probably going to prop it open at some point and maybe even give us the AMAX at that point. And then another season or two later, they're going to open the subway system. Maybe it won't be a fast travel system, but they might like redecorate it down there and might hide some other secrets down there. So I don't know, I can see them doing a lot with what legacy they've had with Verdansk. And move forward really well with it, at least I hope. Now, we know Verdansk is iconic, but you know what else is iconic? The weaponry that came with Verdansk and the original meta. Well, according to Charlie Intel, it's been potentially said that the HDR sniper rifle, which was the long-range meta that people really liked, as well as the GRA AR, will potentially be coming into Black Ops 6 Warzone within Verdansk. To follow that up, they also said that there's a possibility that the Kilo and the AMAX also return to Warzone with Verdansk at some point. So I think they're probably going to drop the GRA and the HDR with the release of Verdansk, and you'll find it in the Battle Pass, and of course we'll be able to use it in Black Ops 6 multiplayer, which is kind of weird. And then probably the season afterwards, they're going to bring the Kilo and the AMAX, or maybe every season after that. So I could definitely see them doing that, making Verdansk feel familiar with using those same weapons and making those weapons super overpowered so they become the main meta. And it kind of feeds onto the nostalgia that people felt in 2019, 2020, 2021 when those ARs were meta. I really had a lot of good times at the GRA and the AMAX. The Kilo, it was nice too until they like nerfed it at some point and they made it super weak. But these were all really fun weapons to use in Verdansk. And hell, even to continue that nostalgia further, they might even throw back the Rose skin from back in the day that everybody was really crazy about during that time as being overpowered. But we'll see. I don't know. They'll probably charge money for it and people will buy it just because it's easy money when you see a skin like that, of course. And keep in mind, like always, these are rumors / leaks that do have a lot of credibility, but just because they're being talked about right now, that doesn't mean that they're automatically going to be put into the game. Like, you know, a lot of developing projects, things come and go, things get changed, and we might not even see any of these weapons. They might put in other weapons that you might find a little bit more iconic than these, but these are as iconic as it gets, and it would be an easy money grab for Activision and all that to just include these weapons in the Battle Pass. But with that being said, how much experience do you have with Verdansk and the original Warzone 2019 version, Cold War Warzone, or even Vanguard Warzone? When it came to each iteration of Warzone, you know, in Warzone 1, I really fell in love with Warzone a little bit more each year and on different maps. When it came to the original Warzone drop, I wasn't as crazy about it, but I did dabble in it a little bit more just because I saw the success of Apex Legends and of course the legendary Fortnite, which is legit just changed Call of Duty and other games forever, for better or for worse. So I gave Warzone a chance and I definitely made a couple of videos on it. It wasn't my main cup of tea. I was still, you know, mainly playing multiplayer, getting my nukes. But then I really dialed into Warzone when Cold War Warzone came in and they brought us back to Verdansk 84. They integrated the Cold War weapons into Warzone and we had the beautiful DMR meta, which was not beautiful. That was a nightmare, but it got a little bit better with the FFAR and the AUG meta. Those were really fun. And then later on with like other weaponry as well, like the FARA 83 and the Krig. I loved it when those guns were meta. That was also a really good time. And then when it came to Vanguard Warzone, of course, the Caldera integration was terrible. I hated Caldera, so then I became a Rebirth player. And when it came to Rebirth, using those SMGs from Vanguard were beautiful because of that taped grip. You had incredible movement. And so for me, I really liked Vanguard Warzone if I was playing Rebirth Island or Fortune's Keep, which played beautifully on that game. Caldera just was a miss for me until they updated it later and allowed it to be a little bit more traversable, I guess. But when it came to Verdansk, I feel like Verdansk would have been amazing that third year with the new SMGs and the Vanguard AR, especially the SMGs. Like using a Cold War AR and like a Vanguard SMG was like a match made in heaven. That was a really good time. Now, I mentioned this whole brief history because what really made Warzone 1 special? Was it the maps? Was it the weapons? Was it the mechanics? That's something to think about when we get, you know, Verdansk here, hopefully a couple weeks, 3 weeks more or less, with them tuning things up. Is the movement going to feel good? Omni movement, I think, is not too bad on Warzone currently. Some people feel differently. I definitely feel like it should be a little bit more snappy, but I don't know. How is it going to feel? And then there's another thing to think about. The anti-cheat. Is this Ricochet anti-cheat any good? I mean, we've kind of already seen examples that it's not the best, but are we going to see flying cars like we saw before and all that craziness? I guess in that extent, you can say this anti-cheat has been better because we haven't seen too much craziness like that back in Warzone 1. So many memorable moments on Rebirth Island of like flying cars and like other crazy stuff, which really hasn't happened with this second iteration of Warzone with MW2, MW3, and Black Ops 6. So you can argue that it's better, but people are still, you know, bitching and complaining about people aimbotting, you know, walling or whatever. You know, a little bit more basic hacks, I guess, that are a little bit, I guess, harder to detect for the Ricochet anti-cheat. I mean, who knows what's going to happen with Verdansk. There were so many little things that made Verdansk a little bit more fun. And if they introduce changes to Verdansk, will people be open to them? Like if they added the redeployable balloons so you can traverse the map better, are the vehicles going to be nice? Because I remember one of the most notable things about Verdansk, the vehicles were so fun to drive. They were a little bit overpowered at times, but they you were driving with them very smoothly. When I drive a vehicle in freaking Warzone nowadays, it just feels sluggish and weird to use. And I kind of started with Caldera Warzone. I didn't like those World War II vehicles. I don't know why they added them into Warzone. So it's just like a lot of little aspects of Verdansk Warzone back in the day that aren't present now that I'm worried is gonna, you know, rub off the nostalgia very, very quickly. And I just hope they can maybe make up for it in some sort of way. Let me know what your thoughts are and how Verdansk is going to translate into this iteration of Black Ops 6 Warzone. And if you think it's going to be as reputable as the Modern Warfare 19 and Cold War Warzone. Very interested to hear that. Now to talk just a little bit more about myself. Now you've been watching me since the launch of Modern Warfare 2 2022 back in October, November of 2022, a little bit before Warzone 2 launch. You guys might know me as like a multiplayer guy, and me making this video might come as a surprise to you. Well, in case you didn't know, before those years, I was constantly uploading Warzone when it came to Cold War Warzone, and especially Vanguard Warzone. I just honed in on Warzone because that's what I was enjoying, and admittingly enough, you know, it had a lot more hype than multiplayer. And I'm just gonna be honest with you, multiplayer has not been the most hyped this year for my channel. It hasn't been for like at least the last year or so. And since I do find this is my job, you know, I gotta adapt, and that's essentially what I did back when Cold War Warzone dropped. I enjoyed Modern Warfare multiplayer, but I didn't think it was the best, and I didn't like the direction it was heading. And then when it came to Cold War multiplayer, when that dropped, you know, a year later, I didn't vibe with Cold War multiplayer that much. Like, I could still play it, I could still drop my nukes, but something about it, and as well as the views, it just didn't compare to the views I was getting when I was making Warzone videos. And especially with how multiplayer is currently, I don't think Black Ops 6 multiplayer is that bad of a game. In fact, I really enjoy it. You know, dropping these doubles and triple nukes and just nukes in general, having fun in the game. It's been nice, but unfortunately, you know, I gotta pay the bills. I'm not gonna say this with 100% certainty, but there's a chance that I'll dabble with Warzone and mix in the multiplayer videos here on the main channel. Now, in case you're curious, I do have a second channel, More Hero, where it's all Warzone essentially. I've been uploading a ton of Rebirth Island and Area 99 over there, and if I was to switch over to Warzone permanently, or at least dabble with it a little bit more when it drops in 3 weeks on this main channel, then I would post my Verdansk gameplays here. So that way, if you want to see some Verdansk, you can watch this channel. And if you want to see Rebirth Island, Area 99, the Resurgence stuff, you can go over to More Hero. But of course, I'm not going to completely abandon multiplayer. I'm still going to play multiplayer, get my nukes. You know, the feeling of getting a nuke, to me, is more satisfying than any 40 bomb, 50 bomb, or 60 bomb that I'll ever get in Warzone. It's just that final impact of everybody in the lobby knowing that you nuked is a really nice feeling. Now, with that being said, I've never gotten a Warzone nuke just because it's a lot easier when you play in a party. But maybe this year with Verdansk and hopefully them returning the Warzone nukes from the last couple of years, maybe I'll go for a Warzone nuke and upload on the channel and see how that feels. Because I still haven't gotten a Warzone nuke, funny enough. So I just really wanted to provide you with this update that potentially, you know, this channel is going to be a mix of Warzone and multiplayer like I did for the Modern Warfare 19 year and the Cold War Warzone year, you know, before Warzone dropped. So hopefully that doesn't discourage anybody. I'm still going to be playing multiplayer. It's just, you know, a man's got to eat, you know? If your job is not making you enough money, you either get another job or you quit your job and get a better job. And that's essentially what I'm doing here. I got to switch it up. Maybe people are just bored of multiplayer gameplay, which is really sad to hear. And I've got standards and expectations to live up to. So just wanted to give you guys a nice little update of what potentially could be happening. I could be saying all this now, and it turns out that I just say on multiplayer. But the way it's been looking, it's just multiplayer has no hype, and it's really sad to see. I wish there was a bigger audience for people enjoying some very nice post-stomping gameplay, but unfortunately, that audience isn't that major. Or maybe I should be more creative with the videos, but I just like uploading my videos every single day, and if Warzone's gonna make that easier for me and make it more profitable, then I think that's the future that I'm headed towards. But hopefully you guys enjoy the honesty. I'm very much so looking forward to Verdansk and making a ton of content on it, as well as continuing to play multiplayer whenever I can. Let me know how you feel about all the leaks and the rumors, and any honest thoughts you might have on this video. And if you enjoyed this type of commentary, you guys want me to make videos on other topics, then make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, comment in the comment section below what I should talk about. And if you're interested in watching some of my gameplays live, follow me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/TheMarkOverHero, where you can potentially see me play Warzone, as well as do some other cool stuff. And like always, I said there's a second channel of mine known as More Hero, where I upload Warzone content, as well as other sort of random, like, store-bought videos and other random stuff. So thanks for vibing with me and enjoying this. I don't know how this video is going to do, but just thought I'd put it out there and speak my mind. I love you all. I'm not ready. Like, I haven't studied on it, but, like, he was like, just go ahead and take it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna prove you I'm gonna prove you like wrong and show you that I'm gonna fail it, and I did fail it because I wasn't ready at all. Treated everybody with respect. My man Rift with the 26 months. There we can go, Rifty Rift. Absolute freaking legend. We got here killing it with the Graw. We had Eric come in earlier with the 30. Now we have Rift with the 26 out here. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get that, dude. Let's keep it moving. Does he want it? Guess he'll just be a weirdo. Go ahead and grab a UAV or something. Where is that at? I was like so confused as to where this dude was. But I didn't realize the first loadout just barely dropped. We already have 7 kills, which is good. Or at least like right here. Can I not move? Sorry, sir. Real good. Modern Warfare MP5 and Graw. Graw meta? Graw meta?
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for real.
Yes, sir. Give me those 11 kills. Got people in the middle there now. Oh, this got a durable and an advanced? Well, shit. I'm keeping the advanced for a little bit. Thought I heard somebody. Oh my god, there's a lot of people in front of us. Okay. I knew there was another dude here. Weirdo. Get off of me. I knew I heard a footstep. I just thought I was going paranoid. Am I cracked out of my mind? Yes, I am. Is this dude ready to get the smoke? I think he is.
UAV entering the AO.
Weirdo. My goodness, that dude was annoying. Oh, there's a lot of people here. Dude on the side. Go for those dudes. You can't take out the Graw. Can't take out the freaking Graw here, bro. Mm-hmm. Good snipe, good snipe. He thought he could play me.
Güey. ¿Cómo supiste?
I knew you were here, kid. Sorry about that. Thank you for the 20 bomb, though. Where am I getting shot from?
What?
That dude's low-key like a crackhead. I can't even lie. Nah, bro. I'm not even dealing with that high key.
Esta es una cagada.
Sorry. Insane.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for. Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB. Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel. RTB for.
Doo-doo butter. Okay. It'd probably be smart if we went back up there just because, like, nobody's over there. Fuck. Whatever, bro. I wish I was ready for his drop. I didn't know when he was gonna drop. It is what it is, man. I'll take a 23 kill gameplay.